Hi there, thanks for watching. So what do we have here? It's a ration de combat individuel réchauffable, or French individual reheatable combat ration. This is menu number 13. Best before date 4th of April 2020. Packaged 24th of October 2016. It's a heavy old thing. It weighs 1.75 kilograms, and according to the information, 3,600 calories, of which 20% are fat, 16% protein, and 64% carbs. So there you go. Now then, I think we've got like a test strip here, test strip there, lift the flap, try and lift the flap, it's got glued down. Oh, quick look before you can see, it's got the ingredients or the contents in both French and English, which is a kind of, it's a NATO standard thing, I believe, so the rations are usable by NATO member countries. Let me see. Oh, look at this. I'll move that to one side. We've got biscuits or crackers, 4 salt, 4 cereal, and 6 with bits of chocolate in. Oh man, lovely. You certainly get a good selection in the French ration from what I've seen. That's a nugget with fruits bar. Man, it's spoiled rotten, the French soldiers, aren't they? Oh, look at this. This is like a, yeah, it looks like a commercial style. That's muesli aux fraises, which is fraise or strawberries. So that's strawberry muesli. Got a Bon Appetit creme de champignons, is that's going to be mushroom soup, I think. Strawberry jam, strawberry flavour isotonic drink. I'm spotting a strawberry theme here. We've got a energy bar, peach and apricot energy bar, black chocolate 60%, cocoa solids or whatever it is. What else? We've got our paper tissues, a coffee energy bar, good stuff this, isn't it? Pâté de fruits, something like a jelly bar, apricot jelly bar by the looks of it. Let's have a look at these drinks without damaging them. Lipton tea, two packs of salt and pepper, another Lipton green mint tea, well teed up in here, 2 sugars, and 2 coffees. I'm looking forward to that. Free trade coffees, they should be good, shouldn't they? French coffee's always nice, I think. cacao pour petit déjeuner, so that's like a breakfast chocolate drink. Yeah, oh, looking forward to this. Right, big stuff. There's your stove thing. I'm going to have a quick look inside that while we're on. Got a box of matches with the Eiffel Tower on, which is cool. Fuel tablets. Oh, and there's a really nasty fork. Oh, it's like a self-assembly thing. I'll have to have a go at that. Yeah. Ah, I see, I get it, yeah. Okay, put that to one side. Yeah, put it to one side up there. Oh, I know, said Mr. Indecisive, I'll put it to one side. There. So, onwards. What we got? Looks like we've got a can of dates. Yeah, that's right. It's very interesting ration, this. I like this. I know what this is definitely. That's Rillette de Ton is. I think it's going to be tuna chunks. I think so. Oh, look at this, man. Here we go, main course. So, what we got? I'm going to have to cheat and look at the box lid again. We got so the poté paysan, it says, is farmer's hot pot. Looks like it's got like meat and veg in there, but that's a big 300 can. Oh yeah, a 300 gram can there. That's quite a lump. And we also get it says carbonara pasta. You can see there it's got lumps of meat and veg in there, so that's two hefty main courses, isn't it? Wow, where to start? With breakfast, I think. So before I go on, further investigation into the box that the stove comes out of reveals 6 water purification tablets and a bag for your rubbish. Stove assembles in a normal way, as you can see there, but this piece is it acts as a handle for when you're picking the cans up. So you fold that like that, like that, and then bent that. Essentially what happens is that clips over there and that clips over there, and you can use that to hold your cans quite securely while you're heating them up on the stove. That's clever, I like that. You don't see that in other rations. And like you say, the stove is a conventional type. You just fold these bits down, those bits up, and the fuel tablet just sits nicely in there. Quality stuff, eh? Right then, let's make the drinks up. That one's about 150 in it. That one's about a little tumbler full. Got me half a litre in there of cold water. So get the hot drinks in first. Just really, I've got nothing to stir with, but so, chocolate into there. Look at that all over the table. Coffee. into there. It's just like granules, that's freeze dried, that, isn't it? Oops. Need spoons. And with the isotonic. Oh, that's good. It's got like a little spout there, so you could probably pour it into a water bottle. I forgot to check what flavour that is, but phrase again. Definitely a strawberry theme to this ration. Okay, spoons. So I've decided to have cereal bars, a bit of crackers. Oh, they're fragile, broken already. With the strawberry jam, yet again strawberry. So, am I in the way there? Yes, strawberry jam. I nearly forgot the muesli. So let's get that out into a dish. I hope that's it. Searches for the obvious turn arch. Can't find it. Wow, there's a lot of that. Lots of muesli. If I was having this for my breakfast, I wouldn't be moving for a couple of hours afterwards. So the muesli calls for 100 ml of water, hot or cold. Gone with cold. Looks pretty good. Give that a stir. Throw it all over the table, on the floor. Yeah, I didn't think 100 ml was very much water, but that's making up quite nicely. See if I can get the moisture into everything. Okay, what to go for first? Okay, I think we have to have a go at this isotonic drink, which seems to have made up nicely. I'm not sure strawberries are that colour, but never mind. It's got a strangely neutral taste. No strong artificial flavour, just it's kind of vaguely fruity, but not overpoweringly so. Very pleasant, very drinkable. I mean, obviously the point of that, an isotonic drink, is to get fluids and salts and what have you into you, so yeah, it's good. Let's try our chocolate breakfast drink. Might still be too hot for me because it's freshly boiled kettle. No, yeah, that's what you expect. Lovely, lovely rich chocolate. Oh yeah, I could just drink that all in one go. Excuse me, sniffling. Coffee, lovely dark. I didn't look at the how much water you're meant to put in, but I guess that's a typical French cup of coffee from experience, quite strong. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's something. Oh, do you know when food like food or drink like gives you a flashback? That's yeah. I like to go touring on my motorbike, and would be obviously being based in England, being to France and what have you, and that brings it back to sitting there at the breakfast table for your buffet breakfast. Yeah. Oh man, what a quality ration. I bought this one off eBay. It was quite expensive. I think I paid £20 for it. But yeah, if that's what you like doing, it's what you like doing, isn't it? Yeah, this is good, quite light, just a typical muesli. It obviously must have dried milk in which the water hydrates. Actually, this is the healthiest breakfast I've had for ages. Oh, what's that? So we've got strawberry jam on our cereal crackers. Cross section there. Yeah, it's just like a nice biscuity cracker with jams. Jam's nice again. It's like natural. It's not screaming artificial flavours and sugar. Yeah, so just got to do one thing which will have probably people screaming in outrage. A bit coffee into the chocolate. Make us up an impromptu mocha, is it? I'm not au fait with coffee techniques these days. Yeah, that's good, that works. Maybe could have even put a dash of sugar in if you wanted to, just to push the boat out. So that's breakfast. It could be quite a long time until lunch. Catch you in a bit. Okay, so it's barely 2.5 hours since I had breakfast, and I'm not really feeling hungry to be honest, but you know, it's a dirty job, someone's got to do it, so we're going to go for the pasta carbonara as the main course. We have the cream of mushroom soup as a starter. Then for dessert we've got the apricot pâté de fruits, and we'll probably finish off with the coffee energy bar because I'll probably need it to get myself up out of my seat when I'm finished. And in a break with tradition, I'm going to actually use the provided ration heater to heat the main course up. Okay, so we got 150ml or just over of hot water there, and pop the soup in there. Again, 150ml of water doesn't seem an awful lot, but who am I to argue? Initially, it's very clumpy. It's obviously going to be quite a thick soup, this one. Come back in a minute. Okay, just had a quick check and it's actually 250ml, which seems a lot more, a lot better. So, I think this This beaker's only, well, it's only graduated to 200 ml, but I think that would be 250 there. Come back when that's sorted. Okay, so I think the soup's fully constituted there. It's a nice thick soup, which is still a bit hot for me to drink, I think, but give it a stir and have a go. Lots of lovely little bits of mushroom in it, and it smells lovely. Oh yeah, lovely mushroomy taste, as you would expect. Excuse the slurps. Zoom it in there, it's probably safer. You can see lots of bits of mushroom in. Yeah, I like that. So, yeah, get this main course heated up. Okay, I hope that works out well. Excuse the funny angle of the camera, but it's as good as we're gonna get. So I've opened, popped the fuel tablet in, and they smell fishy. A lot of people have commented on that before. So we pop that in, see if it takes hold. And this is our pasta carbonara, with a wee handle thing. Actually, oh, that's well away, so I'll put that on, and I'm actually put the light on because it's a bit dark there. So I'll try and move that more centrally there. Is it central or is that central? That's better. Get all the combustible stuff out of the way. So that sounds like it's off to a good start there. So bring you back in a minute. I can see it's bubbling there straight away. Flames licking round the side. Right. Well, that's absolutely flying. I've shut the kitchen door and opened the windows a bit more because there's a bit of fumes coming off it, obviously. Open the window. This fork's going to be no good for stirring, so I'm getting something more substantial. See, I'm trying to stir that up so it gets heated through. Some nice big chunks of meat in there. It being carbonara, I suspect it would be ham or bacon or pork of some description, so keep it going. Right, I've had to put in a second fuel tablet just to, oh, you rascal, don't try this at home, kids, just to make sure that's fully heated through. I don't know, anyway you can see that now, so I think I'm just about ready to pop that in a dish. Well, I expect in the field you would just eat it out the can. Hang on, I'm getting slightly off shot here. Setting fire to my handle. Yeah, so get it into a dish, I think. I think I've succeeded in heating that through quite thoroughly. I've got burnt bits off the bottom there. Don't touch the hot can, Chris. Okay. Yeah. Well, that looks pretty good. Trying to make sure everything's steaming hot. Well then, it's definitely like a bacony bit. Look at that, nice big chunks of meat in it. And it's steaming hot right the way through. Just give it a good stir just to make sure. Yeah, so let's try one of these bits of meat. Yeah, that's definitely bacony style. And quite a mild cheese sauce. Pasta's properly cooked. Yeah, so those little stove things are quite good, aren't they? I'll get this finished off and we'll have a go for dessert. Wow, that was nice. Proper good quality chunks of meat in that. Yeah, I'm struggling now. I've never eaten this much in my life. I'm just having a quick look regarding the heating up of this stuff. I think it's suggesting there that you only break the seal on the can, whereas I took the whole lid off because it shows it. You know, it shows the can cooking with the lid on there and the ring pull just cracked up. So that's something to bear in mind. Okay, let's go for dessert. Pâté de fruits, which would appear to be apricot. Okay, yeah, so this is like a jelly bar. Yeah, apricot. Yeah, quite nice. I think we'll finish the rest of that. It's nice, a nice shot of sugar in that, so bar MRE de café, coffee energy bar. I'm sorry about the appalling French accent. I can't resist it for some reason. Oh, didn't expect that. Feels a bit greasy to the touch. Quite an unpleasant taste to me anyway, and it's almost like you're chewing on like mild coffee grounds. Yeah, so that's probably something you would only eat if you needed to. So I'll have a little pause now, but just think on. We've had breakfast and lunch. We still have chocolate nugget, another fruit energy bar, 6 packets of crackers, our main course, farmer's stew, pâté paysan, still got a can of tuna, and still got a can of dates, so I'll see what I can come up with for dinner. Right, just finishing off my coffee bar, and I think this is going to be dinner. You know, tuna and crackers. Probably just have one lot of crackers. That as a starter. The farmer's stew for the main course, and for a very luxurious dessert we're going to have what I still believe are dates, date jam or whatever, or bits of date on the sweet biscuits, and a chocolate bar. But for me, that's going to be a few hours. For you, it's only going to be a couple of seconds, so stay tuned. Okay, so we got the farmer's hot pot heating up. So the ingredients list tuna as a starter, so crappy spork thing. Let us see. Some crackers open. These are the salty ones. They look pleasant. Smell fine. Got a tuna. And you see, I was expecting like tuna in brine or oil, but it's actually a tuna patty. That's nice. So without further ado, oh yeah, it's lovely and soft, much like the spoon. Man, what were you thinking? French Ministry of Supply, what were you thinking? Okay. It's okay, it's maybe got herby stuff in it. That's nice and light. Not a great fishy taste, just pleasant. And like I say, there's bloody spoon. There's definitely some sort of herby deal going on in there. So to me, the crackers aren't overly salty. Indeed, it could be, you know, you would think it could be too much with tuna fish on it, but they're just, yeah, they're just like good savoury crackers. I like them, yeah. Right then, loving the tuna patty, tuna spread. Can't help thinking that there's something missing from this French ration, and I've just got to put that right. Sadly, this is from an Australian ration, which I happen to have lying around, but you know, needs must. Salut. It's all starting to make sense now. Okay, right, these things are definitely best heated on a direct heat source, or you could take them out the pan and out the can and heat them in a pan. Oh, this is going to get messy. 2 seconds. Ouch. Right, I don't know how well that's heated up, but there was kind of gravy oozing out of the can. Oh my word, what is that? Oh, look at that! Look at that, man! Okay, here we go. Gigantic sausage. It's like a big old pork sausage there, and here we go. Let's see, carrots, all kinds of beans, I think onions, perhaps celery, and
green stuff, spinach perhaps, or broccoli, I don't know. It's all good though. That pathetic little fork thing is not going to do you any good, so I am going to go and get myself a knife. Right then, this is so different to what I was expecting. I was at a Hunter's hot pot, but yeah, I got like a big sausage. There's other meat there as well, so I guess it's bits of ham or yeah, pork, and the beans, carrots. Shut up, Chris, eat it. That's kind of a really smooth, almost hot dog like in texture sausage. That seems to be ham. It's probably ham as well. But what about the vegetables? You're not asking. I've got some beans and stuff, and this is crazy. This is the ration that just keeps on giving. I'm going to slice that sausage up, and then can dispense with a knife. It's absolutely perfectly seasoned. As you've noticed, I've not used any salt and pepper so far throughout the entire ration. And if you'll excuse me for a minute or two, I shall finish this off. Man, this is crazy. This ration is so good. This, what do they call it, hot pot. It's the kind of thing like if you were, you know, again from my experience, if you were touring in France on your motorbike, you turn up at a rural French hotel. They book you in. They say, "Do you want to eat tonight?" And the answer is yes, and then essentially you eat what you're given, and it's very often something like this. I don't know, big chunks of meat, beans, and like hearty stuff, and that sausage and what have you. It's just, you know, for something that comes out of the can, that's fantastic. And I think for something that is in a ration which is designed to last, at this point it's designed to last another 3 years, and I've no reason to suspect it would deteriorate being in a can over that time, provided it was kept in, like, you know, reasonable conditions, like cool, and you know, not in direct sunlight or anything like that. But fantastic. Yeah, I'm loving that, and that is not going to waste. But we must move on to the unknown. We've got the sweet crackers now. This thing, it said these had chocolate in or something. Specks of chocolate, like I doubt they're chocolate chip cookies. I think it's, yeah, you can see there, it's just like wee chocolate pieces which will sweeten it up a bit. And what I've been thinking are dates all along. We shall see. And yep, I would say they are whole dates. And dear viewer, this is an auspicious occasion because I am a date virgin. I don't know what I should do with them. I know these seem to appear at Christmas time. Oh God, be brave. Are they dates or are they figs? I don't know. It says dates, but upside down, if you can read upside down like me. Dates, but is I think they might be figs. Comments below, but yeah, I quite like them. I think they are figs. Does that look figgy to you? I'm not sure. I'm not familiar with the fig or the date, to be honest. I think they're figs. I could be wrong. Let me know. Comment below. Alright, so see how they go on the sweet crackers. Can't say the crackers add anything to that. I'll try the cracker by itself. Right. Being curious, I've just checked up on the ration contents, and there's no mention of dates or figs, but the only thing that we haven't had, there's a listing which says milky dessert, and I can't think of a milky dessert that's been involved in this ration. There was the muesli, but that's listed separately. So, yeah. Dates or figs, I don't know. But they're alright. Yeah. Oh, dear Lord. This is blooming hard work, this. I mean, how these French soldiers have time to fight or anything, I'll never know. I mean, I was going to volunteer to join the Foreign Legion on the strength of this ration, but seeing as I'm struggling to eat it within the time frame, I'm blooming damn sure I couldn't even pass basic training. Hell's teeth. So, sorry. Nuggety bar. Nuga au fruit. I think that looks lovely, doesn't it? I'm getting emotional now. That looks lovely. Honestly, if my enthusiasm has come where nowhere, it should have come through in this ration. Well, there are exceptions. That does nothing for me. It has no outstanding flavours or anything. Okay, come on. French fair trade. 60% cocoa solids. Dark chocolate. Don't fail me now. Well, it's got paramedic, we've got fractured chocolate. It's got a slight bloom on it. That might just be from being jiggled about in transit. Yeah, I think it is. Oh, You're jealous now, aren't you? If I was you, I'd be jealous of me now. Excuse me for talking with my mouth full, but when you bite into it, the fragrance like comes out through your nose, through your nostrils. Love it. Oh. I'm sorry, nothing unsavoury happened there, but that is absolutely beautiful chocolate, which I think brings us to the close of this review, and I don't see how I can top it, but to sum up, I would say that would be a good box of tricks to take away with you if you were going away camping for a couple of nights. The mains were superb, muesli, what have you, and you could easily make a couple of breakfasts out of what you had there. And obviously you're not suppressing a rebellion in Mauritania, so yeah, even if you're going out for a light day's hiking or whatever, you could have a couple of breakfasts, a couple of mains, and plenty of snacks in between. That is my best ration so far, and I'm probably just rabbiting on here, but yeah, I've only done about half a dozen ration reviews, but that stands head and shoulders above the rest. Thank you for watching, and bye bye now.